So here's, though, where we get serious about the problem that we all know has been left in the corner, and that is the action. I said that forgiveness is really, really simple, but that doesn't mean that it's going to be easy. If you've been taking the season of Lent seriously, if you've been spending time looking in the mirror and trying to figure out where things aren't quite right and relationships are broken, you've probably come across a couple of those where you've recognized, you know what? I'm the one that's carrying the burden here. Lots of times when we're confronted with the question of, have you forgiven somebody? The knee-jerk reaction we know is the answer we're supposed to give. Oh, yes, of course, I've forgiven them. I really have forgiven them. Well, here's the thing. If you recognize that every time you think of them, the first story that you want to tell or comes to mind is one where you got wronged, I hate to say it, you haven't forgiven them yet. And that's unforgiveness that you're carrying. So if that's the situation for you and you recognize that that's something that's going on in your heart right now, the next question you have is, well, then how do I forgive? And like I said, it's really simple. You get to choose to love that person. You know, it's really easy. You've heard the line that they could do no wrong. Usually when you say that, it's because you're saying that I loved my child so much that they could do no wrong. Well, the truth is they were doing plenty wrong, but because of love, I just took the hit and forgave them instantly, which is what God is doing for us. But that's easy when the emotion of love is what we're hanging our hats on, but we know that love is a choice, and it's a verb, and it's an action that we must take. And love is truly tested when we have done a wrong and we have felt the full impact of the pain that goes with it, and we have chosen to love instead. Here's what John says in chapter 13. This is Jesus actually speaking to the disciples. He says, "So now I am giving you a new commandment. Love each other just as I have loved you. You should love each other. For your love for one another will prove to the world that you are my disciples." That Amish community demonstrated love for Charles Roberts. And everybody said, wow, those guys are the real deal. We should be the real deal. Each and every one of us in this room should be all in for Jesus, which means we should be the ones that are absolutely open to forgiving. Forgiveness then means, though, that you have no expectation that the debt will ever be repaid because you canceled it. And if you've canceled the debt, that means that you get to absorb the cost. That's what Jesus did for us.